No matter what you do right now, you're feeling it and you're realizing it. There's a higher power, and it's guiding you through this time period. And no matter how hard you try, there is absolutely no way out. There's no way out. I love the chat. I love being connected with all of you. You guys are funny too, Looks for a way out. He's right. No matter what you want to look for a way, you can't. Especially me on my journey. It's very intense, The bots, they do a lot of things very interesting, But we have to realize there's two different types of frequencies right now. And your perception becomes reality. And what is the timeline that a person is tuned into? As you go on your journey, you're going the right way, and you're not going to resonate with 100% of the people. More like the law of 80-20. The other 20% we throw away. If you're new to the channel, the law of 80-20 is on the channel page. Follow the law of 80-20, and you'll have a much easier time right now. There's an energy theme of the rapture that we're all feeling right now. There's nothing to grab onto. Do you feel like this right now? Like you're trying to grab onto something, but you really can't get your footing. And, we're all kind of shaken up right now. Look at the world. Look at the world. It's reflecting how we're feeling inside. What's inside of us is out there. It's all connected right now. And that's why we have to really focus on these energy themes right now. It's a very difficult time period. But when we're realizing that we are going through this rapture, you're getting pulled out. You're getting pulled out of that matrix. And you have to kind of find your way. And none of these things make sense to you. And I'm going to be sharing about my journey with real life evidence so that you realize if you're experiencing this, there's no way out. Write it in the chat. There's no way out. There's no way out. We're going to be talking about the different energy themes, constantly getting thrown in a different direction. The pain of change and why we have to go fast like the coffee. I'm going to explain that. Don't go anywhere. Why do you have to go fast like the coffee? You'll spill it all. I'm going to teach you that today, Light Warriors. God gives me the answers, and I'm here to share these answers with all of you. We're on an accelerated timeline since 2021. We'll go through the real life evidence today. And you could actually feel in your body these shifts. And, we're leaving the whole, what's the word, Ronnie? Prestige behind. I'm going to also share an example of a person that totally went on a different timeline because the matrix, it is going to consume you like the black hole. Please give the video a like. We're going to give our brothers and sisters one more minute for this tremendous live stream if you're watching on the replay. But why don't you take in the 432 hertz as you realize that you're shifting to a new timeline. timeline. And you feel the physical ailments of the rapture. You're feeling the tugging. And especially, the indigo children are having an easier time with this. But if you've been on the journey for a while, you lived your life a certain way. And, I'm thrown into this. And, where is God taking me next? That's the feeling that we go on to. And there's many different themes that you're feeling right now. There is no way out. You can't fight against the current. Think about when you're in the ocean, you try to swim against the current. You absolutely can't do it. Nature, God is much more powerful, If you're like me, go to the beach, a big wave comes, it doesn't matter how strong you are, it's going to knock you right over. So you have to ride the waves, you have to go with the currents right now, and it's going to take you down where you need to be, and you're going to escape the matrix. So we gave everyone enough time to come on. If you haven't done so already, please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this message. If it calls you, through free will, of course, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. You're going to get all the updates. I'm very grateful for all the support on Patreon. We do live Zoom meetings, and you guys could share out as well on the Zoom meetings. The link is in the description. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a link pinned above and at the pinned comment. I'm very grateful for all of you because we're totally restructuring our life during this time period. And, I'm not the only one. You're not the only one. I've even heard other stories, which I'm going to share by the end of this message today. When we look at these real life examples, that's what we need right now. We need firsthand examples. And that's giving us the mental capacity. It's giving us the spiritual strength to keep moving forward. And don't fall into that place of victimhood. The controllers want to program you that you're a victim. But right now, we're being raptured out of the matrix. It's kind of scary. We're losing that safety. And now you're feeling like you can't get your footing. Do you feel like that right now? Like you can't, everything is shaking out. I'm just trying to hold on to something, but there's nothing to grab onto. Sometimes and I'm all for it, we want a little distraction. But even while we go into that distraction, you realize that nothing else matters but this event. Absolutely nothing else matters because we're not living a fake reality. So even though we try to distract ourselves for a little peace of mind, and I encourage that. I encourage taking breaks right now. I can't be serious all day long. But there's really nothing for you to grab onto that feeds your soul and heart. We of liberty and freedom, thank you so much. My precognitive abilities are getting stronger. That's great. We of liberty and freedom. And, a lot of people, they're getting fine-tuned. Their DNA is activating, if you will. During this process, you know that you're not in control. It's rough for me on my journey. I try to control everything. I try to be a common, regular person, just sharing authentically with all of you. I ain't perfect. We don't want to be perfect. There was this guy, right? His name was Lucifer. If you didn't know, he was known as the perfect angel. It's actually worthless trash. But anyway, we don't have to be perfect. And sometimes we have these subconscious programs. We try to control everything. We want it to go perfect. I have this idea in mind. Where is the great pumpkin Charlie Brown? I love you, Kenny. You're the man, Kenny. So it's important that we're embracing this authentic moment in time. We have to be just ourselves at this time and allow the energy to take us where we need to go. There's a great spiritual awakening that's happening right now. A lot of people, they weren't spiritual prior to 2020. 2020 was known and will always be known as the year of clear vision. The people began to see clearly. They could see the narcissistic controllers and how they siphoned away their life force energy. When you're living in the black hole matrix, it siphons all of your energy, your currency away from you. And you're just like a human battery, and you just become drained out. The battery's out. They throw the battery out in the trash. You're much more powerful than that. And you're rising up and you're realizing that you're greater than the matrix itself. Since 2021, we've been shook up a lot. We keep going in different directions. Different directions. Forces keep directing you onto the divine path. This is hard to realize. You know, we all expected, you know, maybe something to go one way. But in the ether, the timelines are constantly shifting. Nobody knows the day or time so that the enemy might be caught unprepared. Nathalie, thank you so much for the support. Regarding ascending symptoms related to light codes, you mentioned in one that if we have symptoms, it's because we are accepting the light codes, yeah? Yes, Nathalie. 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. We want to have healthy DNA. This has actually hit the mainstream in recent years. If you learn about telomeres, there's commercials they share about the health of your telomeres. You want to have healthy DNA. We don't want things to, you know, clog up and break down our DNA, especially our telomeres. Some of you have seen some of those commercials. We have to be healthy and strong now and take in the light. The light of Christ is here. A lot of you knew that the return of Christ, the return of the light of Christ is actually happening, and it's happening through the great solar flash event. So, and on my journey, I'm experiencing forces directing me, and there's a divine path. And these forces, I'm like, oh, here it goes again. It just happened again. And sometimes I have to sit back. I have to accept it. I have to accept it quicker and quicker and quicker. Readjust, reassess, and keep moving forward. When you come to terms that you're in spiritual World War III right now, the rapture, you have a much easier time period. And it's very difficult. You know that you're serving in the spiritual war. Maybe your friends and family are not serving in the war. They don't understand you. They have to get out of the way right now, and you're going to have to fill up your cup. You might be tired all day long. You might be laying. Listen, there's a lot of times throughout the day I have to either rest or take a nap in the middle of the day. Does that resonate with you? You know, your matrix job might not understand that. Your fake friends might not understand that. But you are in the spiritual war. You're on the front line in the spiritual war right now. Your fake friends are not. They just go back to that's cool. That's cool for them. But when they come across you and they want to, you know, spew their venom because you have the strength to do things that they're not able to do. You have to put yourself in that bubble. You have to put on the full armor of God. This is the rapture, son. You better wake up, kid. You know, some people think this is so glamorous. It's so unicorns and rainbows, but it's very difficult when, you know, you're trying to we can't make plans right now. I'm sorry. But faith over fear. Write it in the chat right now. It's faith over fear during the rapture. Faith over fear. And when you have this faith, you have to have this faith that you're going to dive out and fall right in. Jojo, I love that name. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Very grateful. It's faith over fear. This is the Sunday sermon. Do you like the Sunday sermon? Let me know in the chat. Bay Area believer, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. It's my honor to just keep going. That's what we have to do. We have to have faith over fear at this time. And, you know, I'm going to share, some of you know about my story on my journey, and even other people have done this. When you realize that the matrix is a black hole matrix, and you think that, oh, I'm going to do these things and you know, I'm going to be helping the people. We're actually not. We're just being used as a human battery. You got to wake up now. Change hurts. And, you know, when you're constantly having all of these things that, you know, burst your plans, burst your timeline keeps getting shattered. It happened to me again, but we have to keep moving. Nathalie, thank you so much for the support. So does it mean that people having no symptoms are not accepting the light codes? Certain things are blocking this process. Thanks. Probably, Nathalie. But yeah, what I've seen on my journey, people have been sharing in the chat, especially, you might be new to our channel. Several weeks ago, a lot of us experienced massive swelling in the solar plexus from the solar plexus chakra. We were bracing for impact. Future proves past, right? So anxiety is fear of the future. We hold this in the solar plexus. If you're learning something new, please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this message. We knew that something massive was coming, and more massive things. It already bursted off. We had a hurricane attack on the people of Florida right now. And we felt this ahead of time. You know, we got to realize these things. If you didn't realize this, you know, like a hurricane, I lived through this during Hurricane Sandy, and I know this firsthand experience. Those that also lived through Hurricane Sandy, if you lived through Hurricane Sandy like I did, you should share it in the comments right now. So when you see it firsthand, and you know about it, I've been studying about hurricanes and teaching about hurricanes for a long time. Did you know that a hurricane has exponentially more destructive power than an atomic bomb? Did you know this? So a hurricane can go to an area and cause more devastation than an atomic bomb. It's very sad. We're waking up to the truth right now. And a lot of people didn't realize that. You say, wow, you know, I never knew a hurricane, you know, was so powerful. You know, and I've shared about this for many years. Even before Hurricane Sandy, we witnessed here during Hurricane Sandy what's called the storm surge. It's actually the worst part of the hurricane. The winds are second. But if a person could wield the power of a hurricane, it's more powerful than an atomic bomb. That's how powerful a hurricane is. We've got to wake up to what's going on now. Change hurts. We don't like the change. I totally wasn't. I was a guy, you know, I had a nice matrix job. I was going to do the thing. I was going to retire when I was 55, the whole nine. Some of you might have been in that mindset as well. Since 2021, so many massive twists in my life, on my personal journey, on my timeline. My journey my plans get smashed and shattered and boom, and I'm sitting here and I have to figure it all out. That's why your friends and family, if they're gaslighting you and draining your battery, you're going to have to spend some time alone because they're not seeing what you see. I told you a long time ago, once you see, you could never unsee. So we're all going through this moment in time. Change hurts, but you got to go fast, like the coffee. Yeah, I saw this morning, and I wanted to give this example. So I poured the coffee in the wrong mug. Some of you might want to exchange a liquid from one glass and pour it out into another one. If you pour it out real slow, the coffee or whatever the liquid substance is going to kind of fall all over the floor. It's going to drip down the side of the glass or the mug. It's going to fall all over your counter. So what you want to do is you want to take one and you want to real fast dump it right. Just take the leap of faith. Just dump it right into the other glass. Have you experienced this on your journey? So what the moral of this lesson is, if the change is here, you right now, if you're already in alignment with God, you got to just jump. You got to just go. You got to just dump it right out. and you have to get on that new timeline real fast. When you do it real fast, there's less suffering. If I took the coffee mug and I poured it into the other class and I just did it real slow, I'm going to have a lot of suffering. Because I'm gonna have to clean this up. I'm gonna have to clean up the counter because it didn't just dump right into the next glass. But if you do it real fast, dump it right, don't just go. Dump it out real fast and get it into the next mug. That's what we're doing when we're jumping timelines. That's why God gives me these you spill the coffee all over the place, we'll get you a sponge. So, this is what you need to realize. And that's why we have these examples, especially when we're in alignment. You got to sit back. The universe talks to you. You don't have to channel anyone. You could just have a personal relationship with God. There was this creature once I like to share about in the things I see on my journey. This sick creature, I think his name was Francis or something, and he said it's dangerous to have a personal relationship with Jesus or something like that. What a moron. Debbie Bright, thank you so much. You're bright. That's very bright of you. I really appreciate the support. It's my honor to give the authentic Sunday sermon and not listen to false idols. You know about those false idols out there? This is what we need to do now. Michael is here. Oh yeah. We have to realize that we're much more. You got to listen to these things. You got to listen carefully. And what are the meanings and what's going on? People are just like under this satanic spell. It's also known as mind control or subconscious programming in science. If you're new to the channel, 95% of your everyday life experience is dictated by subconscious programs. They could lure you to sleep and you just, if you never seen They Live, that was actually accident. If you ever saw They Live, obey, consume. It's true. Lori McShirley, thank you so much. And thank you for that beautiful rainbow. It's my honor to do this, the rainbows come out after the storm. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your attention. It's the currency of the universe. So the number one thing I want you to do, I know it's very scary right now. Happy not found. 999 completion. We just went through that last month. Thank you so much for the support. It's my honor to do this. I love you. C. Caldwell, try to refresh the page and then maybe come back in. That happens sometimes. So if you're just tuning in, if you pour from one glass to another, you want to dump it out real fast. You won't spill it. But if you do it slow, you cause more pain and it starts spilling all over the place. That's when we're jumping timelines. This is the rapture. You got to wake up. This is the rapture. It's not what you were led to believe. We're not getting up in the sky, but people are disappearing right now from your everyday life. Frank Dersher, thank you so much. Send all your love and vibration to our soul sister, Monica. We love you and we'll be here when you need us. All right, so Frank, for Monica, we're going to send out the love vibration to Monica. It's a very difficult time period. A lot of people are dealing with issues with their mental health. I have as well on my journey. You could see me, don't think that I'm perfect. I struggle a lot as well right now because it's overwhelming. But there's a reason for this, and I know I'm not to blame, and neither are you. We lived in a world where 80% of the reality was fake. And now it's like, wow. And a lot of you like me, you might have been on the awakening journey. You might have started to dive into a lot of these documentaries. And even though we've learned so much live, like on the front line right now, we're learning that even more stuff was fake. It's unbelievable. So it's a lot to digest. So I'm here for all of you, and I'm grateful for all of your support as you continue. Please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this message and find the comfort during the rapture. There's no way out. From 2021 to now, massive twists. The moral of today's story, like the coffee from one mug to another, accept it quickly and move on. Accept it quickly and move on. So the more that I accept that I've been thrown onto a new timeline, and just like the coffee, I just dump it in real fast, I can move real fast. Faster and faster each time. My timeline, my plans have been smashed and obliterated many times since 2021. And each time I go through it faster and faster because the time is short. It's happening faster and since 2021 to now, my life has been, what a whirlwind. And I'm constantly having to sit here and, like recently I had to spend a full day of just thought and thinking and, really we're literally creating the new timelines ourselves. I have to sit in quiet, even alongside with my twin flame. We had a plan, we're trying to figure out something, and, the world is taking us to a different plan right now. And it's probably going to happen again and again and again until the truth is out there. It is a roller coaster ride, Patricia. Well, I kind of pumped the brakes right now. But all I could do is share from a place of authenticity. You guys might be experiencing this as well. I've moved timelines. I've shifted timelines several times. And each time there is literal pain. There is literal pain within my body. If you have experienced this on your journey, why don't you please share it in the chat, share it in the comments. If you have shifted timelines, and then upon shifting the timelines, you have literal pain in your body. So that's what we're all going through right now. But as leaders in this spiritual war, that's what we have to do. We're constantly dealing with stuff. Everyone, what did Tyson say? Mike Tyson teaches us about the ascension journey. Do you know Mike Tyson? Very spiritual man. No, a lot of you know that I actually did a message on this. Everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. Now your plan is done, kid. Everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. And that's a true story. And we have to realize this on our journey. We have a plan. We're taking a hit, but we keep moving forward. It's such a true story. And that's been my journey. And that's why a lot of times I'm going through this, because we're all doing this together. It's not just one of us. It's all of us. And we're all experiencing the same energy theme. It's not the exact words, the exact, whatever it is. We're all experiencing the same energy theme. So as we go through the rapture, we have a plan, but it's not going to help us because we have to get out of that matrix or whatever it is. We are no longer signing contracts. We're not getting into these things that drain us away. We're going forth with faith. And if things don't move forth with faith, then we got to get out of there, and we got to get out of there quick. I did that on my journey. I'm sure you have. And now the next wave is about to do it as well. Please continue to smash the like button. It'll help others find the Sunday sermon. You know, I listened to this very intelligent man, and he shared about his journey. And, you know, he's very successful now. He's very brilliant. And I listened to what he had to say. And at the early part of his journey, his plans, he was becoming a doctor. And then he became a man that was selling socks on the internet. Some people that live in the matrix, they say, you got to have prestige. You got to be a doctor. What's wrong with you? But he realized, he had an awakening, and he realized that, and there's actually charts and graphs on this as well, that it's not beneficial to him. It would actually make his life a lot worse to be a doctor. Isn't that interesting? You know, a lot of you are familiar with this too. Like, you know, so you would have to pay all this money for school. Then you'd have to pay all this money for whatever it is, insurance and all this other stuff. So he was there, and he said, like, he realized the doctor, people say, oh, you got to become a doctor. Oh, you help people. But he would have been beaten down becoming a doctor. So his next steps was becoming he was selling socks on the internet. And the people that are plugged into the matrix, they would hear this and say, that's crazy. You're a spiritual wackadoo. I actually heard about another story, you know, a guy that was a doctor and he just walked away and he just became a surfer or something like that, lived on the beach. That's kind of what we're all doing right now. We're leaving these things behind, you know. On my journey, I had to do that too. I had a prestigious job. And they said to me, you put this bioweapon inside of you for your job. I said, no, thanks. So now, you know, a lot of people that I knew on my journey, they say, you're out of your mind. You take that, you get back to work right now. You're going to give up all that guaranteed money. All the guaranteed stuff. You are crazy human. No. I'm just Michael. I love you all. It's the House of M. A lot of people have these stories. I listened to this man. He's a brilliant man. He said he walked away from becoming a doctor because he knew it would have drained him out. And he started selling socks. That was just, you know, his first step. And then he went into other things as well. But it's a very important message for the Sunday sermon. Years ago, you know, I went to the university as well. I took a theology course. And I've shared this in a full video before. I learned something very important in the theology course. Something that I always knew in my innate, but it's important to have a way to put it into words. A quality of life over a quantity of stuff. It's a quality of life over a quantity of stuff. You could write it in the chat right now. BGA Mom, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. I love you. I don't know if the video game is broken. We actually broke the video game, BGA Mom. You know? We had the video game, the Matrix game. We're all playing the game. We were like Neo, and we broke through the Matrix game. They even have a game of life. You ever play that board game, the game of life? It's crazy. You're seeing that there's no way out of this shift right now. You're shifting timelines. You're realizing there is a higher force. I have seen things happen, and it just keeps shifting my timeline over and over and over again. Mostly in the past year. This year, we're almost, you got to be careful what you wish for. This year has been the most change that I've ever had in my life, all over the place. It's been all over the place. But just like shifting from one glass to another, from one mug to another, you're going to have to pour it out. You're going to have to take the leap of faith. It's all going to land in that glass. Don't pour it out slow. You're going to cause yourself more pain and suffering, because now you're going to have to wipe it all up now. And I hope that helps you on your journey. That's what we have to do. This is the rapture, kid. You're being taken. You're being pulled out right now. And you're listening to the words. You could see like the false idols on the TV. You could see the people over the course of your journey. And they say one thing to you. And it's not about the words, but it's the energy behind the words. And that's why we have to rise up as the lions. So the lions in the chat right now. You have to have the strength. You have to have the courage. The lion. To go it alone. You have to have the strength to go it alone. You might have a job that is doing wrongful things to you. Do you have the courage to go alone? Do you have a relationship and the person in the relationship does wrongful things to you? Do you have the courage to go alone? This is the Sunday sermon. You got to realize where we are right now. You got to realize who you are right now. This is the rapture right now. We're the 144,000. We're the warriors of the rainbow of the Hopi prophecy. And we're realizing that we came here to pull our brothers and sisters out of this prison matrix, a black hole matrix. This has been prophesied by the Hopi. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people will come onto the earth from many colors, classes, creeds, and whom by their actions and deeds will make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. Are you a warrior of the rainbow? It's time to come out and play now. There's no way out of this. No. You can never go back. No. There's no way out. In today's lesson, we're learning that there is no way out. Even myself on my journey, I said, I just want to relax. Just maybe go back to the matrix. No. Mm-mm. No matter what, whatever you know inside of you, you know that this is a total collapse of the old right now. And, sometimes things happen. Your plans, your timeline has been shattered. And it might seem bad at first, but it's actually for protection. Because something better is waiting for you over here. And something worse is waiting for you over there. Don't go over there. Go this way. Don't go that way. And that's why it's so a lot of you know that during the rapture, they can't hear you anymore. You've witnessed this already. It's not only that you're just moving ahead. We're going in two totally different directions right now. So not only are they're not, whatever you want to call it, waking up, expanding their consciousness, whatever you'd like to call it. They're actually going the other way. They're getting dragged down. They said that Satan is harvesting souls. Got to wake up now. We got to realize these things. We got to realize. I love that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell and select all. You could be part of these tremendous group chats. We're all having a good time. We're all having a good time. We're just like Kermit the Frog. Oh, I got something else. We got Kermit the Frog. What we're here to do is be authentic. Trigger the perfectionists. You know about the perfectionists out there? We're like Kermit, and we're just sipping on the tea. Remember like this? You know, in the comments, I love to read the comments, even the trolls and all that other stuff. And someone wrote, ew, sipping on the coffee. It's my job to trigger people. We'll beat the demons out of them. We'll beat the perfectionists. I ain't perfect. I'm authentic. Marcus Mayer, thank you so much for the support. It's my honor to do this. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. You know, it's actually one of my favorite memes. You see Kermit the Frog, he's looking out the window. He's sipping on the tea. And the trolls and the demons, and he's just sipping on it's Kermit. Hashtag be like Kermit. Kermit. Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. If you're just tuning in, we're having a good time. We're laughing. It's the rapture right now. And we have to laugh because we have to raise our vibrational frequency right now. But it is rough, you know. And again, you know, I'm having a good time with all of you. I recently just had my timeline shattered again. And I had to go into action, mental action, to think and reprocess. And what am I? We have expectations. And then we have to totally revamp everything. And I'm trying to show you all that that's what we're able to do. So we can't rely on anyone else but ourselves. My mother taught me that on my journey, and focus on that. We can't rely on institutions. We can't rely on anything. There's nothing outside of you. It's all within the sacred heart. You are doing quantum manifestation by the second right now. It's quantum manifestation. And something better is on the way. I love that. Be like the water, only without the fluoride. That's a great, you got to be part of the group chat. I love you guys. I love you, Lynn. Yeah. So you got to be careful for the traps. And you'll see it. You'll see it. You know, if they tell you, oh, you got to take this to have the job. Oh, you want to be in the relationship with me. You got to do this. Oh, you want to be my friend. You got to do that. The narcissists are all exposed, and we keep moving forward. And I'm cool. Just having a small family, a small group of friends, or alone, just sitting on the beach. Look at that powerful number of 720. There it is again. It's the 9. It's the completion code. Guess we're getting to the end of the Sunday sermon now. So be like Kermit, Mark. I love you. And that's what we all have to do. We have to rise up. We have to realize that the power is inside of us right now. Oh, don't fall for it, Wolf Mother. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the tricks. Remember, and I want you all to know this, we have the full armor of God on. They are not allowed to touch you at this time. They're not allowed to touch you. However, what they can do is get into your mind, and they can trick you. Super Freak, thank you so much. Comforting hugs to you in Ireland. We are the Rainbow Connection. Yeah, we're getting out of there real quick. Thank you so much, Super Freak. Lynn Roberts, thank you so much. Love you all. I love you too, Lynn. I'm so grateful for all of you. We're constantly here and we're putting out this vibration. We're constantly creating a bigger and bigger community, and it's done because we're all in this together. The rapture is not an ancient myth. It's also not what you expected it is. Two frequencies right now, and things are, we're going one way or we're going the other way. Remember, you cannot hold two thoughts simultaneously. It's either happening or it's not. It's either happening or it's not. You let me know in the chat, is it happening or it's not? Patricia, thank you so much for the support. You're amazing, Patricia. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of your daily attention. It's the currency of the universe. Take the time to share this video link. I think this is a message and a Sunday sermon that's very important for all people to hear at this time. Remember, we're the Rainbow Warriors of the Hopi prophecy. We're different colors, classes, and creeds, and we're coming together for the event. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. Oh yeah. I love you all. Wow. Harley Ray Crystal Shop, I really appreciate you. I love you, Harley Ray. Thank you for your dedication to be here every day, guiding your family through these crazy times. It takes more dedication than most people realize. We all appreciate you. I appreciate you. Listen, number one, Harley Ray, I will start freaking out if I don't have a daily video ready. Just like there's a higher power, it's just in my innate. There's nothing else in the world I'd rather do than do this. And also, if you're in the California area, you should check out Harley Ray's Crystal Shop. She has tremendous crystals and a tremendous website. She'll ship them to you all over the country. Check out Harley Ray's Crystal Shop. I appreciate you, Harley Ray. I hope all the internet sales are going up for Harley Ray. I rather work with the common everyday life people than all those fancy people anyway. It's a beautiful, I love you. Do I cut a good promo? Maybe someone says, hey, he cuts a good promo. It's unbelievable. So I love each and every one of you, and we're actually doing this together. I would not be here if it wasn't for all of you. Francesco, thank you so much. It's in my innate. This is what we're here to do. And, especially for the Sunday sermon, we have to go real deep into these topics. We have to understand what we're going through, how we are expressing ourselves, it's a beautiful time period right now. So I love each and every one of you. And this is the moment in time that we're all waiting for. We're waiting for this moment in time. So I love you all. I'm grateful for your support. Let's stick together during this time period. We're being raptured. We're switching timelines. This is a very powerful week. We're going to have some very interesting videos and shows coming up. It's amazing. So I love you all. Check out the channel page. We have over 1,000 videos for you to improve your everyday life journey. I'm grateful for the support. The link is pinned above. If you'd like to join Patreon, that's a great support because I love doing the Zooms with all of you. And let's grow that community bigger and bigger because I have so much fun being live with all of you. It's actually the highlight of my week. And we're going to do more and more of them through the upcoming weeks and months. It's just there's going to be so much to break down. There's so much to break down. And we're going to have another one this week. It's going to be tremendous. So I love you all. And share this video link. The rapture It's not an ancient myth. It's happening now. And you're going to thrive in the end days. The storm will go right around you. It won't even touch you. I promise you. I love you all. I hope that this message was helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste. Bye for now.